Okay guys, so I'm in my daughter's old bedroom and I had an issue up here. So let me just say this, before she ever moved out, I had removed 2 closets. So this door would have been walked into a closet for the room next door, and then this section here where you see this area would have been a closet for this bedroom. So that was already prior removed, probably about 7 years ago. And I had an issue up here that I noticed whenever I got up here, even messing with the trim. Like I was trying to pull down trim here, I put a muscle in my back, so I kind of had to stop. But I did look at that area, and I started adding spaculing to those 2 seams and this area, and then I had a larger hole here. So I'm putting the first layer on, and I'll probably have to do 2 or 3 more coats before I'm sorry, it's not focusing, guys, hold on just a second. All right, so I'll have to probably put 2 or 3 more coats of spackling on in those areas before I could even sand. And me even tearing those down those closets before, which you can see in the ceiling where it was outlined. So there's where the 2x4 beams went across the top, and that was like, I was good at tearing stuff down and not trying to repair stuff, so that's why it still looks kind of a mess. I mean, this was covered up. I just took it down, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot to start recording. But anyway, I'm gonna put a repair patch up here. I'm gonna sweep and dust the ceiling, and then I'm gonna paint the ceiling. I'm gonna put a few more coats on here on this wall. And I'm just looking today, guys, so I still have like the bed in here, I still have a desk in here, and a container that's got to go out. But like right now I'm just taking my little pry bar here, and I'm starting to pour this out. So I'm going to pull this out. I want to see what's behind the wall. I think there was some leaking around the windowsill. So if you watch Logan's DIY room makeover, we tore down the wall on the back side, which is, this is facing outside, so the metal is here. And I found a whole world of trouble behind it. So I want to do the same thing here. I want to take this down. I want to do possibly a wood accent wall in here. And then I already have like the subfloors already been done, so hopefully, praying to God that I don't have any issues with the floor. I'm hoping and praying that I can just lay the floor in here, do the accent wall here, patch and fill this in, sand it, paint it, and I would have 2.5 walls to do like this here, and then just this one, and then make sure I got a good seal around that window. But this is going to be, yeah, another big makeover. This definitely needs to come down. It's been up here for forever. The fan doesn't work anymore. I mean, you see it's hideous. Jazz wasn't about no dusting when she was in here, and I haven't done anything to this room except for it kind of like being a holding ground whenever I worked on the other rooms. So definitely going to be some steps and video clips in here, and let's see what this room looks like after. Let me come to the door and back up just so you can get a good overview. It has the one window, it has the bed, and it's going to have this rack in here too. All of this stuff is going to have to either be on one side of where I work on the other side, because like I said, guys, I'm in a mobile home. I don't have much space, or I'll break it down and move it out. But that's definitely going to have to be a time when Logan is here, my son is here, to help me. Like I said earlier, I pulled a muscle in my back, so right now I'm like, I got an ice pack on. So I'm just seeing what I can do, the little bit that I can do, and more to come, guys. Alright guys, so it took me about 30 minutes to get this section here out. I'm not gonna mess around the window quite yet. I'm gonna wait till my son's here for that. I did get this section over here. I did get that section tore out. I just couldn't get the step ladder over there to get the top. So I'm gonna definitely wait till my son gets here. But like I said, that took about 30 minutes. I do notice that right here there was some water damage right there, like there was some water dripping in, It looks like it came down this part of the thing right here next to the window, and this area of the floor is a little dark. So I'm gonna have to check around this area and then check around more up there around that ceiling whenever I get the rest of this taken out. More to come, guys. Guys, I'm back in this room. It's taking me forever for this makeover because my sister passed away April the 14th. And so I did not work in this room for like 2.5 to almost 3 weeks. I had stopped a couple days before her passing, and then yeah, it's been a while since I've been in here. I had got some paint samples this Thursday, and the pink, I picked a yellow and a green, but just putting them on the wall, I'm not like crazy about it. I feel like all of the colors are nice, but I think I'm going to do the same color that I done my middle bedroom, which is my walk-in closet, which is this color here. This is just the first coat around the edging. That's that hole that I told you guys I had to get a patch for. I patched that this week. I bought the patch this week and I patched it. Finished all this area. Logan sanded some. I just sanded some more. Went around areas here, around the door. This is still open because I'm waiting on a day me and Logan can go and get wood. Hopefully it's going to be tomorrow. My daughter's going to try to go with us so she can help us by using her military discount, which would be awesome. I put a first coat here on the stripping and these middles, and yes, I am literally working around this bed because I hate to have to break it down whenever it's got to stay in the room for a couple months, until whenever my daughter moves back home, and she'll be home for a couple months. I don't want to break it down, so I'm literally going around and working around this bed. I have my tools sitting up here just for easy access, but what I've done in here is all the things that I just pointed out, but I also swept the ceiling. I put a first coat over here. This here has to be filled in with the depth filler because there was a pole coming through there whenever the closet was here, so that'll be filled in. I had to sweep the walls and dust in here before I started painting, so that's been done. I did check up here to see if there was leaking. That was leaking before the roof was put on, so mold killer was put all over that area, and on the bottom down here. The window has been cleaned as much as I can reach in there, and then a coat of white paint has been sprayed around the seal of it. And I'm probably going to take that filler and go in the creases around the window just to seal that off really good. I had to have my son to come right here where this screw's sticking out and have him see if he can take that out or otherwise cut it off. Just trying to remember everything that I worked in here and done. We finished taking down all the stripping. I just removed quarter round from around the floor here, and I have one more strip on the other side. I think I'm going to have Logan help me with that on, but it's coming along, guys. Like, this has truly been a process, but it's getting there, and I'm hoping it goes a little bit smoother once we get the wood accent wall on. More to come. Alright, guys, so update time. I have put a second coat on the walls. I have started putting up the black backdrop. You can find this in the flooring department. It's actually the underlayment for under the planks, the floor planks. So I put that up right there, and then on that side also. And as you can see above that window, we still have a section, and I got a flashlight in here, guys, because that light is awful. I think I'm going to do like a different trim above the window, but when I originally measured, I measured from window to wall, that wall, and then on the other side of the window to that wall excuse me, and that gave me like 8 foot, so only about 8 foot boards. I had a brain freeze evidently because I didn't think about the one at the top, so it's going to be short, but being that the other ones have to be cut anyway, I'm not stressing it. I'm just going to cut all the boards out of the 8 foot boards, and I'm just going to make it work. It'll be okay. I'll figure it out. But the boards that I have is going to work with going across from window to wall over here. As you can see, I'm using the bed as a prop, but that's the other wall. I got a second coat on it, and the wall behind the door I have a second coat on. So I have been doing some things, not moving as fast as I would like to be, but I am slowly but surely getting there. I did, since the last time I talked to you guys, put some new insulation up. So the only place that had the older insulation is these two strips here, that one over there in that corner, and then I also, this is a new stud board here, right there. I put a new stud board up in there, just because on this side the piece of wood's going to be longer, and the wood I got this time is different from the one in Logan's. So let me see if I can get up here and get the thickness for you. That's like double the thickness. This is a 2-inch thick board. So this was a 2 by 8 by 8, and it's a lot heavier. So with putting the using a nail gun, let me show you that. Using my nail gun, I had to put the longest nails in this time. Those are super long. I wanted to make sure it went all the way through that board into the stud boards, so we did that. So definitely a lot thicker, and I'm praying that this will be like a whole lot better as far as the insulation goes. It's still gonna give me the same look, but I wanted something thicker. Since I have the window here, I knew that the boards would be cut down, so the weight of the board wouldn't be too stressful on those stud boards. On Logan's room there was no window, so the boards were going directly across, so I was worried about getting too thick of a board in there, because this board here, when we put it up and pick it up, it's super heavy. It's super heavy for me. So more to come, stay tuned. It's taking a lot longer, but it's going to get it there. Guys, I just wanted to jump on and give y'all an update. I have more wood on the walls. We'll put I think it's a room enough for one more board to go down here. I got to cut a section for there, and when I measured it, I think it was like 4 inches overhang, which I'll get a different size board for that, because we're going to have trim anyway on the against the wall, and I still have to trim out the window. But I'm working by myself today, and there's only so much I can do without Logan helping me like lift up the heavy stuff. So I puttied the nails that I could on here, sanded the whole entire piece that was up here, and I went ahead and started putting this fast drying polyurethane on, the clear semi-gloss. I actually had a whole can of this that was brand new, and that works instead of trying to put a stain on there, because I actually like the color of the wood. And let me see if I can get a close-up. So it's a very light color. I like that you can see the different tones here and the shades of the wood. So I did that. I did break down the bed today, just because it just kept getting in the way. So I broke down the bed by myself. I was able to take the frame out and the bottom box spring part, and I laid this one against the wall until Logan gets off of work. I emptied this rack and put everything in storage, so I can now manage to get to this side of the wall. So today I puttied different spots in the wall that was messed up, sanded that wall, and also I filled in the cracks here on the floor with the floor leveler, the same stuff that I used in the other room. And so that's dry, and I actually sanded it. But there are a few places that I'm not crazy about, like right here. It's not a big dip because I sanded like forever. I went through like 6 sanding pads. Just show you the ones that I got. These here that goes on my sander, and these are the 80 grits. I went through like 6 of those. So that's what I've got done today. But I'm loving how the wall is coming out, turning out. I'm going to be taking a blade and cutting this down. I had already started, but it was aggravating me so bad last night I just stopped. So I got to get that done. And I'm thinking I may try to get that wall painted today, if I can go ahead and get a coat on it. I'm just trying to think of things that I can do without going out purchasing anything, using what I have. Because I think I'm going to have to put a third coat on these walls over here. I'm seeing some of that blue peeking through. So I think I'm going to end up having to buy another can of paint to go over that as a final coat. So right now, today, I'm trying to just use what I have, work on anything that I have here in the house before heading out to have to purchase anything else. More to come, guys. I'm ready for this project to be over. Alright, guys, so the good news is we actually finished the wall. The bad news is, after moving everything out and walking in this area over here where the plywood was, I felt a soft spot. I had Logan come in here. He verified he felt the same thing. We pulled up the entire top layer of plywood that my dad had put down, and that's what is underneath. All of that is mold and rotten, and whenever I stepped on it, it started cracking underneath my feet. So now we are in the process of having to remove this entire sub floor. We need Jesus to take the wheel and help us out on this one, because this is definitely unexpected, especially when this floor had been done before, and a hot mess. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, so the old floor has been taken out. I end up having to call someone for help and had to pay them to put down my subfloor. They end up pulling up half of the old floor that was here. It just ended up being too much of a task for me and my son, and there was still press board over here left on this side, so that was done. There was an area that was here where the vent was, the ductwork actually had a huge gaping area in it, so I was losing a lot of air from the air conditioner, so that was taped up here underneath the floor. This whole subfloor has been redone. Y'all know I love my vent tape, so I taped it off so it'll be sealed between the plank flooring and the subfloor. And when we removed the flooring over here, I had to pull up this last bottom board, so Logan helped me get that back on last night. Today I have sanded that bottom half. There's a few scuff marks that I had to go over with the sander. During the process, I had some paint to be removed here, so I got to paint over it. I have a few scuff marks that I have to go over. Now, it's not showing up on camera, but there's a whole coloring area that was here. It was hit, which is fine. I'm gonna go over the walls again with the paint all over the walls. I had already put one coat of polyurethane on the wall, so I'm gonna put another coat, and I'll be putting 2 coats on this bottom part here. So today I plan on getting the polyurethane done, the paint on the walls, and I did put a piece of white trim up here just to see how it's going to look, and I like it from the white to the ceiling to that white trim, and then everything else below is going to be this, of course, paint color. And then I think when I do the molding on the bottom, the trim on the bottom, I think I'm actually going to polyurethane it to look like this. So this trim will fade in with the ceiling, and then the bottom is going to fade in with the floor, just to give some differentiation, like coloring or whatever. So making some progress. This room definitely so far has been my longest. I keep thinking that each room is taking me longer, but this by far has been the longest project ever. I did have to put some gap filler here because there was a gap open, as you see there. I missed that spot. I'm gonna have to fill that in, and then here, so that'll be cut down level, and then hopefully soon this will be done. Alright guys, so we have been working on the floor. We started actually this Sunday evening and put down a section over here, and then we have worked our way over today until I ran out of flooring. So I'm going to have to go pick up one more box of flooring just for this part that you see here. A good nice cut around that vent. I was able to get another piece of trim up there. Here on this wall, in this section, this was actually the wall and a door connected to this for where the closet was in this section. So by me removing that wall, I'm gonna need to trim that's like the corner trim I'm gonna put on each side of this. So I gotta pick up those two and one more box of flooring. I pulled a muscle in my chest last Tuesday and it's a week now and it still hasn't healed up, so I feel like it's taken me a while to get some things done. I worked on this project on and off for a while now, several months, just a little bit here and there, but been working on it a lot more the past 2 weeks, heavy, and I'm ready for it to be over with, guys. I truly am. But more to come whenever I get the rest of the flooring down. When I get some more trim up, I'll do another video. Alright guys, I am at another stopping point. Walls are done. I have all my trim up except for this one piece. I ran out of just this one piece. It's about 18 inches long. I put the trim here on the sides of the wall. I went with 4-inch trim around the bottom. I do have my piece for here, but it's wet. Whenever Lowe's brings in a lot of the wood, sometimes it's wet, so that piece is wet and I'm waiting on it to dry. And then I think I'm going to go around the entire window with a 3/4 inch piece of, it's a square piece of wood that I seen at Lowe's. I have all the trim at the top, trim at the bottom. I've already caulked today. This one piece here I'm having to touch up with some white paint, so I'm waiting on it to dry so I can put a second coat on. If you remember on this wall, there was an extra piece of wood up here on this part. I had to trim it off at the ceiling and I boxed it in with some 1x2s. Boxed it in at the bottom with some 1x4s. Instead of me bringing it out here and covering it, I just took my caulking and sealed in between the sheetrock and the wood. And let me shut the door. I did caulk around the trim that was gapped open up there. Had to clean my receptacle covers and put those back up. I had a few spots on the ceiling I needed to touch up, but overall I'm at a good place. I'm finally feeling like I'm getting close to done. Got me a new vent cover there. So this is me standing at the door, and floor is done, trim's done. I left my nail gun and caulk in here, so when I put that piece on the wall, it'll be done along with my ladder. And I still have to get the ceiling light changed. I'm hoping I can get somebody over for that. Seems like it's hard to get someone over to get that done, or knowing the right person to do it. But this is me standing in the corner on the other side so you can see at the door. All of that is done. Okay guys, so finally I'm going to go ahead and make a video for my final outcome of the bedroom / study. So I've said repeatedly in this video, this was my daughter's room and I've turned it into my study. So I am standing at my back door, and yes, you still see the box of lights there because I still have not had anyone to come over and put the LED light up. So I'm just going to leave that in there as a reminder. It has to get done along with my nail gun, because there's a part above the window that still needs to be done. But I just had my son to help me hang up my curtain rod, and I was like, that's up. So I want to go ahead and film this video. So I'm standing at the door. As you can see, the wood accent wall is looking fabulous. It's shining. I put 2 coats. I think it was 3 coats of polyurethane on there, clear polyurethane. I used a whole container, and it definitely has it looking beautiful. On this wall, I put one of my favorite pictures, "Cast all your cares on him, for he cares for you." I actually found that picture at Rose's in, I want to say Durham. It was in Durham. We were visiting up there and I stopped. So on this side, you'll see that there are these beautiful curtains, and I have 2 racks. So this room had to be multi-purpose. I had to put my overflow of canned goods in here. So it's kind of like, this is my little pantry area on this side. I had these crates already. The lime green one is the natural color of that one, but these here are actually a dark blue and a dark green, and I spray painted those to be pastel colors to match the room. The only thing I did here was take a curtain rod and zip tied it to the rack so I could put curtains up there so I'm not looking at canned goods. And this shelf is the shelf that was in here originally holding clothes. So the only thing I had to do is come in here and pull back the curtain, and I have this hanging thing to hold peas. I have my containers here. I have this container, just containers that I already had that I'm using for overflow stuff. And then I found this one at Five Below actually yesterday, and I couldn't believe it was only $5 for 6 compartments. So I'm actually going to use this probably for like paper towels and toilet paper just to have inside. This rack here was actually inside the kitchen, and I have milk crates on those to hold my overflow of canned goods, and I have my clear containers on top to hold overflow of waters, which we're needing to get water soon because that's getting down pretty low. The curtains I put up here were curtains that I already had. They're gonna definitely work for now. They match the room. There was like 2 little areas on it that the reason why I had took them down out of my living room, I had actually got paint on it and couldn't get it out. So if you guys know how to get paint out of curtain material, please let me know. Leave a comment below and maybe I can do that to get the paint out of it. You can't see it just looking at it like this here, but I know the 2 spots and where they're at. This rug was actually in the living room and I brought it in here. It has all the beautiful colors that are in this room, the pink, the blues, the yellows. It has some grays and creams and beiges, so it works in here. It really matches well, and I like that. I put me a air purifier in here. I actually got this one. I'll get the name brand for you guys. Actually got this one at Ross Dress for Less for only $20, which was a steal because the one that I have in my my actual bedroom cost me almost $40, and that one was actually on sale. So on this side is my study. So I'm just going to do a quick overview. There's still some things that I want to kind of maneuver around and work on, but I'm just going to go through and let you guys know where I got some of the stuff at. I want to get a picture of my kiddos and put in here, but I want to print one off. I got that frame from Dollar Tree. I got this cloud shelf from Five Below for $5. I have my rainbow I got from Hobby Lobby last year before Christmas at 66% off. I have my rolling cart, which holds all of my cardstock and excess of stickers in there. My ring light. I have a rack for my schooling material and some work material, so that's besides my study, so that I can just pull out whenever I need to use for school or for work. I found this beautiful painting at the Habitat store in Pinehurst, and I only paid like $1 or $2 for it. I thought whoever done it done an excellent job, so I grabbed it. The bottom shelf I'm going to use for some beading supplies that I just want to be able to pull out when I want to, so I'm waiting to find a container to hold that, so it's going to stay empty until then. I got these containers here from the Dollar Tree. If you've seen my shorts video, they would have been on there, $1.25 each. I have different organizers from the Dollar Tree. This is one of the baskets that you've seen on there. All of these containers are from the Dollar Tree. All of these are too. I love these containers. For example, I have stickers in mine. You just fold down the tab, open it up, and close it. Like, I love this one. Like, this is one of my favorite containers from the Dollar Tree. This came from TJ Maxx. My candles came from, I think, Home Goods and TJ Maxx. I have my books. These came as a set of 3 from Five Below. These here were my daughter's, so I just held on to those because she didn't want them to take them with her. I have my strawberry vase from Five Below. These containers up here that holds extra papers are from Dollar Tree. My rainbow is from Michael's. My vase I've had forever. I just rotate vases out of my barn. My florals I put in there just so I can have like different colors, all the colors to kind of match. My bookshelves I got from Walmart. This table is a table that I already had. Basically everything in here was stuff that I already had besides some of the organization stuff. Whenever I used to do craft fairs, I had this, and so I just brought it in to use as my table. I have this cutesy little side table from Five Below. This I actually got from Temu, and it's a tissue box holder, but it looks like a little retro TV, and actually it will hold your phone in here as well. I found a lavender, and it's not really picking it up well, trash can this past weekend at Marshall's for $10. I got it, and these organizers came from Dollar Tree. I found this from Temu. I thought was super cute, and it tells you like who God says you are, and different flowers. I think it was $1. I got this laptop stand from Target this weekend. It's purple gingham for $5. My push pins I got from Dollar Tree. My bird I actually got from Hobby Lobby probably 2 years ago, and I recently repainted that one a couple months ago. My God is Good sign I got from Burlington. I want to say it was like $8.99. I actually seen another one there this past weekend. I want to say the one in Fayetteville. Another one of my candles. Great organizers from Dollar Tree. This table I also got from Five Below. My sign I got from Hobby Lobby. My rabbit I can't remember. And my vase I got from TJ Maxx, the heart vase. And then down here I'm housing my paints, adult coloring books, my glue sticks, glue gun, my Bibles. This rainbow I got from Five Below. These containers here, it looks like the miniature caboodles from Dollar Tree last year. This container from Dollar Tree, more books. These containers I like because it looks like rainbows on the side, and these are just excess coloring books. I love the size of these, and these are excess folders, like brand new folders. Like if my son needed a folder or anything, excess envelopes, more books. And I got my heart hands from where did I get it from? I think it was TJ Maxx. My laptop holder whenever I sit on the couch or whatever, I got from a yard sale. These little tulip flowers, I got one on the other side from Hobby Lobby, and then I have another yellow vase. And then I have a container down here, just an organizer for greeting cards, like Christmas cards and stuff like that. I have not figured out where I wanted to put that at yet. So for right now, it's sitting there, it's organized, and I'm just gonna walk around and go to this one wall here. And I found this love, love, love is all you need sign at TJ Maxx on clearance. So just standing back at the door, I have the pastel curtains, my accent wall with my favorite picture, pink curtains, still pastel, still this ugly light up here that does not shine bright. That's why I have the LED light on the table. So I'm sorry if the picture quality is not great. Oh, and I put this like candy theme. Well, it's kind of like candy theme. I use it on my Candy Christmas throw on here. It has all the pastel colors. And then I found this pillowcase. It says, "May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace." Number 6:24-26. So I got that pillowcase because I want to actually put a chair over here in this section, and put my throw and pillow in that chair, just to have for extra seating and some comfort. Comment below if you know anyone locally that could come over and change my light for me so I have some great lighting. And if that could take place, I could possibly do another video just to put on the shorts. So I'm standing where the window is, looking at the door. I like that I have the contrast with the wood, like at the bottom here as my border on the bottom. I chose to do it that way. The wood accents on the bottom, and this is wood up here, but I painted it white so it kind of flows in with the ceiling. But please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I would appreciate that. That really helps my channel to grow. I thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. It took me forever to get this done, but I am so glad I'm able to get in here. I've been in here already studying, homework, all of that, and I really appreciate having this space. Thank you guys. See you in the next one.